We've got a fantastic Campfire guest with us. A local musician, Bruce Christensen, is in the house. Bruce, welcome to KPCW.
Hey, thanks so much. Really appreciate being here today. It's awesome to be part of the KPCW community.
Awesome. Well, we're so glad you're here. Let's start with the basics. So you've been in Park City for 30-ish years or so, but for those who might not have heard your music before, how would you describe your sound, your influences, what you bring to the stage?
Yes, I bill myself as acoustic jam rock with funk, jazz, blues, and reggae grooves. So it's a fusion of rock, and it's very improvisational, pretty much jam out any tune I do. Even if I play solo, I do a lot of live looping, so then I can jam out to the loops I produce live.
Nice. Hey, your music blends so many genres like blues and jazz and funk, reggae. How do you develop your signature sound, and what inspires your mixes of these styles?
I guess every tune is its own tune. So if I guess I write a song and it's more of kind of a bluesy feel, that's where it's taken me, and so it's going to be a blues feel. But if I do a reggae song, just if I have that feel with it, but it just depends. Each song's different.
So you kind of flow with it. Do the genres ever sort of blend into one another? You start out blues and the next thing you know, you're playing reggae?
Yeah, some of that at times. Yeah. Like I do some more poppy rock, and then we'll take it into a jazz bridge or something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you talked about this live looping as kind of a signature thing that you do. You build layers of sound in real time. Can you kind of talk to our listeners? What does that mean? What's your creative process there?
Sure. Yeah, I live loop. I'm a real purist. Everything I do is my own ability up there. If I step on the looping pedal out of time, out of rhythm, it's out of rhythm. But there are looping machines out there that keep you in rhythm, keep auto quantization or auto rhythm is basically what it is. I don't do that. I just don't agree with that with music. It's the same way I don't use any auto tune. I just feel like people want to hear me for what I am, and I'd rather be out of tune than rely on computer assistance that way. I do loop. I try to do it very quickly. I've gone to concerts where I see loopers, and every song's like 5 minutes of getting the whole loop thing going, and it's a beautiful loop and everything, but I can only take a few of those songs, and if it's a whole concert, it's tough for me. So I've learned that I cut really quick, fast loops, and I'm jamming on top of them. People don't even really know what, and there's all kinds of music going off, and it's one person.
Well, you've played everywhere from like mountaintops to beaches. If you could perform anywhere, where would it be? Anywhere in the universe. And what would that vibe be like?
Well, I guess, I have a tune called Ski on the Moon, so I guess if I could be that first one to play on the moon, that'd be pretty good. Eh?
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So there's a good one, maybe Carnegie Hall.
Okay.
Awesome.
But I've played in one of my most favorite places, and I've played at an NFL Packer halftime football game.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about
Lambeau
that.
Field.
Are you secretly from Wisconsin?
I am.
Yeah.
And I'm
What
a Packer
part of
fan.
Wisconsin?
I grew up. I went to the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and I grew up in central Wisconsin, Wausau, and Marshfield, Wisconsin.
My wife's from the Dells, and she went to University of Wisconsin as well.
You can play a few gigs down at the Dells.
So what brought you from Wisconsin out west?
I came out for the skiing, for sure, and I graduated from college, and I was very interested in getting into helicopter skiing and all that. And I did that. I came out here and got involved in all that for 20-some years or so. And
Nice.
then I just kind of moved back into my music career. But I've been doing music all my life.
So you've also, been involved in a lot of benefit concerts. You did some Lahaina relief work, and you helped raise money for a friend with cancer. Do you feel like music is a vehicle for really, doing good and making change in the world?
For sure, yeah, you bet. I mean, that's probably one of the most powerful things about it is, I wish I could go out there and make, $10,000 on a gig for myself, but that hasn't happened yet. Hopefully someday in the future here, so I can retire. So I can go out sometimes and make $10,000 for somebody else for a good cause and that. And I've done that for friends with cancer and just a lot of different benefits. So it's, I'm always about doing a great benefit and for a good cause and making it happen here in the community.
You're a full-time musician, and that's how you make your living. Did you ever have a job that you hated so much that you had to just give it up and become a musician?
I've been, I'm very grateful. I've just kind of chosen jobs that I really love to do. And so that's my advice to all the younger folks out there is choose the work you really love to do. And it's not work, is it now? And so, I wanted to be a ski professional and that kind of thing. And I did that. And I want to be a musician. I've done that. And, certainly I flipped burgers at 16.
Yeah.
Not for long.
Yeah. That was it inspired you to do something you love then. Burgers wasn't it. All right. Well, now's the perfect time to hear from one of your signature sound pieces, Bruce. What original song are you going to play for us today?
Yeah, I'm going to play The Wave Train of Love. It's a river tune. I wrote it on the Middle Fork of the Salmon River about 10 years now.
Wow. All right. Well, here is the name of it again?
Wave Train.
Well, here is Wave Train live in the KPCW studio.
Wave train, riding the wave train. Wave train, wave train of love. Wrapped around you, rocking the river, someone to hold me, someone to love. In a whirlpool, drifting around, someone to save me, someone to love. Wave train, riding the wave train. Wave train, wave train of love. A sanded bed in the roots of a ponderosa. Stars in the sky, love in your heart. One hand on my soul, the other in the great abyss. Passages where the river flows. Currents pull me over the fall, closer to you, someone to love. Oh, into the rapids, give up the fear, someone to thrill, someone to love. A wave train, riding the wave train. A wave train of love. Riding the wave train, wave train of love. Wave train, riding the wave train, wave train. A wave train of love. Ooh.
Wow, that was fantastic. If you're just
Yeah.
joining us, we've got Bruce Christensen, local musician here in studio with us. Thanks for being here today, Bruce.
Thanks so much, Sarah. I'm just so grateful that you invited me to come on down, and thankful that I can be here and tell you all about my music.
Yeah, it sounds great up here in the studio. So Park City, it has a vibrant music scene. How has being part of this community influenced your growth as an artist or made playing music special?
Yeah. This community has so much music going down. It's an awesome place to be a musician, though there is quite a bit of competition. I just kind of make a shout out to KPCW. First of all, we got this local radio station that helps promote you and all that. So, I mean, it's awesome that way for a musician here. But there's a great organization called Mountain Town Music in town.
Oh, yeah.
And Mountain Town Music is just an amazing thing. It a nonprofit that gets grants from our rap taxes and puts on like 400 free concerts a year here in Park City. So all this free music and really great bands. I mean, national, international bands, and then really sweet. They fill it out with a lot of local talent, and I'm certainly the recipient of, oh gosh, I don't know, probably 15, 20 gigs a year through Mountain Town Music. So I'm so grateful to them, so appreciative of them, and it's such a great thing that they're doing for Park City and the community here.
That's awesome. Yeah, we love partnering with Mountain Town Music. Great local organization. Were you here during the COVID years when they were doing those sort of private cul-de-sac concerts at all?
They set up that like trailer. Yeah.
Yep. And you know they asked me to come down and do a recording session at OP Rockwell during that time. So they did some neat things for us. They put on live streams and out of that I started my own tiny deck concert series. We were doing, isolated like 10 people on my deck with masks, 5 feet apart in 2020.
Social distancing, but still socializing.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right. Well, you've done yoga sessions, it looks like, on your website, and massive festival crowds. What has these experiences taught you about the connection between music and emotion?
Well, yeah, I love music that you can dance to. So most of my music, hopefully, you can get out there and dance to too. There's nothing like playing music and everybody's out there dancing and vibing to your music, and so motion's everything with music too. If you watch me play, I'm usually moving around and boogieing myself.
Nice.
Well, they're going to be able to watch you play on our KPCW
on our
radio
YouTube.
YouTube channel. For
Exactly.
This will be recorded. So,
Okay, wait. I have one last question before we let Bruce
go.
play again, because this is one of my favorites. So, all right, Bruce, imagine you're forming an all-star jam band with any musicians, living or dead. Who's in your lineup, and what's the first song you guys are going to play together?
You could take a minute. It kind of came out of left field, but still.
It's a big one.
It's a big one.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy and Janice would be just sitting right next to me. chomping at the bit. Oh, it's hard to put one song out there that's just, I truly.
Well, like what would be one of your songs, one of your original songs that they just jam with you on?
Oh, okay, sure. I have a tune I call "Turn Around," and "Turn Around's a song I wrote about 5 years ago after recovering from back surgery. So I'm so grateful for that, and I was crawling around on my hands and knees in pain, and finally got the surgery, and now I'm up jamming and can stand for 3 hours, and it's a lot of effort out there. I haven't tried it. So anyways, so grateful for that. But Turn Around, yeah, we could be jamming to that. That's a funky bluesy rock thing.
Nice. Okay,
Jimmy,
so
Janice, and Bruce
the
all
trio.
together. The trio.
JJB.
Awesome. Before we sign off, we want to close the show with one more of your original songs. What are you going to play for us?
Yeah, I think because we're such a ski town here, I'll play you Ski on the Moon.
Ski on the Moon.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
All right,
where we're
cool.
going to find you performing when you can play anywhere in the universe.
Take a listen to those lyrics. Those are some good lyrics.
Well, they will be listening soon. We forgot to ask, are you playing any gigs soon?
Yeah, tonight I am over at the Hyatt Place on Highway 224 there, pretty close to the Canyons entrance. And then the following 2 Friday nights, that would be the 21st and the 28th of March, I'll be over at Park City Peaks. And that's there on 224 too, just as you come into town. And I should be playing over at the Corner Store several times, hopefully more this Spring Fest and all the just the springtime groove that they're having out there. So
nice.
Good
yes.
stuff.
Yeah, you were there earlier this week, and if people want to find out more about you, where can they find you online?
Yeah, my website is brucemusic.net. You can reach me at Bruce Music Park City on YouTube. That would be the same way at Instagram and Facebook.
All right.
All right.
Well, let's let you play some jams for us.
All right, let it rip.
And this is Ski. What's the name of it?
Ski on the Moon.
And here is Ski on the Moon.
My skis waxed and jetpack fuel. Got my passport and vaccines too. On a road trip out to the stars. My mama told me be the first one to ski on the moon. Left a note, be back in a few years. Packed my bags and a 6-pack of beers on a journey out to the stars. Someone told me be the first one to ski on the moon. Let's go. Soon by Saturn to jump through the rings, ride a comet through the galaxy. Next time we'll shred the methane dust on Neptune. My mama told me, someone told me, the lifty. Well, she told me, you'll be the first one to ski on the moon. Skiing on the moon.